Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So last few weeks we have been discussing from Canto 4, wherein Daksha Yajna episode is going on. So in the last class we discussed, even though Lord Shiva forbade her, Mother Sati, with an intention to be part of her father's sacrifice, with an intention to see her mother and her sisters with all the many relatives, she went alone. For her protection, Lord Shiva had sent some of his associates headed by Nandi and Maniman, etc. etc. So now, when she went there, Daksha did not receive her. Out of fear of Daksha, many other elderly people also did not come forward to receive her. Only mother and other sisters came and welcomed her. But Sati was not happy with this. By the way, she was listening to the mantras wherein there were no offerings made for Lord Shiva. Seeing the disrespect shown towards her husband, she became very angry. Seeing the same thing, the followers of Lord Shiva wanted to attack Daksha, but Mother Sati forbade them. You please don't do it. People will say that even I can kill Daksha, but I don't want to kill him. So you also should not kill him. Because people will say that Shiva wanted to take revenge upon Daksha and used his wife to take the revenge upon Daksha. Something like that. So I don't want to do that. Daksha cannot understand the position of my husband. So he's doing like this. I don't want to keep any connection with Daksha. Whenever Lord Shiva calls me a Dakshayani, I feel that I am also party to the same offense which Daksha did for my Lord Shiva. So I don't want to keep this body anymore. I will burn myself. Saying these words, she gave up her body. Unable to tolerate what had happened, the followers of Lord Shiva kind of waged. They came forward to attack Daksha and other the entire Yajna, disturb the Yajna. But considering the Yajna is not just meant for Daksha, not meant for somebody, it is meant for the entire universe. Bhrigu Muni invited Rubu Devatas by offering oblation in northern direction. The Rubu Devatas came and dispatched all the followers of Lord Shiva, headed by Nandi and Maniman, etc. That is where we stopped in the last week. Now, what happened afterwards, we'll discuss today. In the 5th chapter, Lord Shiva, hearing about the death of his wife Sati, cuts off the head of Daksha and kills him by transforming his heir into Veerabhadra. This is, in brief, the entire storyline of the chapter. This is a small chapter. Now let us try to see. So, in general, the Canto 4 is a discussion between Maitreya and Vidura. Vidura is hearing from Maitreya. We see the first photo. And as per the topic, Sati burnt herself. She died. And there was a hue and cry. The Shiva's followers wanted to attack. Rubus were created by the Bhrigu and they attacked each other. Rubus defeated these people. And these people ran backward to Kailash. Before they could reach and inform what had happened to Lord Shiva, Narada Muni already went there and he is informing what had happened to Lord Shiva. Hearing all that had happened, hearing that his dear wife Sati left her body, Lord Shiva becomes very angry. Then let us see. What does he do out of that great anger? Maitreya Uvacha Bhavo Bhavanya Nidanam Prajapater असद्रुताया अवगम्य नारद स्वपार्षदा सैन्यं च तद् अध्वरबुदे विद्रावितं क्रोधमपारमाददे. So you need to come closer if you want to read. Because when you read loud, you have to read loud enough to be heard by the people online. If you are at far distant and if you read something, it will not be heard. So what Maitreya is saying here is, hearing from Narada about that Sati had died because of the insult of Daksha, and that soldiers had been driven away by the Rubus who arose from the sacrifice, Shiva became angry. First of all, Sati was not respected. Second, D was not respected. And when Sati was about to be burned, no one stopped her. And then, out of frustration, when the followers of Lord Shiva wanted to try to attack, they were also driven away. One after the other, so many injustices, you can say. So Shiva became angry. I will show what I am, like that. Lord Shiva heard that Sati had died because of the insults of Daksha. And also, Rubus had appeared at the sacrifice and were driven. Rubus appeared and they driven away the followers of Lord Shiva. So all that, everything what all happened, he heard. Narada Muni can speak everything. So Shiva understood the purpose of Sati. Sati wants to settle the conflict between Daksha and Shiva. But did she do? No, she could not. But Sati was deliberately insulted by her father by not being received properly when she visited his house without being invited. She went there to settle the matter, hoping that my father is not the way as Lord Shiva described. My father is a gentlemanly person. He did it out of spur of the moment, but not intentionally. But now she understood. He was doing everything out of intentionally only. What was the power of Sati? Sati herself could have killed her father, Daksha, because she is the personified material energy and has immense power to kill and create within this material universe. She is so powerful, she acts under the direction of Supreme Lord as his shadow, Brahma Samhita. What was the verse describing about Durga Devi? Ichchanurupam apiyasya Jyeshtadesha Govindamadi Purusham Samaham Bhajami. She is shadow of Lord's energy. Yogamaya is Lord's internal energy. The shadow of Yogamaya is Mahamaya. That is Sati. So she could do anything. She can create. She creates the universe. Then what to speak of all these things? So it's proper. It's not proper to kill Daksha. Thus, she decided to give up her own body, which she has obtained from Daksha. Because Daksha committed offense against Lord Shiva. Because she is also born to Daksha, she don't want to be part of that offense. She wanted to give up that body. She wanted to give up her connection with Daksha. But while she is doing all these things, Daksha did not even try to stop her. That is the way Daksha is. Then Narada Muni told the news to Lord Shiva. Narada always carries the news of such events because he knows their import. When Lord Shiva heard that Sati was dead, he became exceedingly angry. And how Prabhu Devata spread by uttering the Yajurveda mantras driven away all of his soldiers who were present in the arena of sacrifice. What was the conclusion? So, Lord Shiva wanted to reply to this insult. So many insults are happening one after the other. And thus, he decided to kill Daksha because Daksha was the cause of the death of Sati. So, one kind of devatas. There are so many different kinds of devatas. One among them are Rubus. Not exactly on behalf of Daksha, on behalf of the great sages. They would have killed Daksha, they would have spoiled also everything. Bhrigu is one of the participants of the sacrifice. Of course, Daksha is the main sponsor, but other sages are also there. So, for one person's mistake, we cannot spoil everything. So, thinking like that, they wanted to check them. No one was killed, they just checked only. They were defeated and thrown away. Loud, loud. Because the body is there, no? The body became because of Daksha only. As long as you have body, who are your parents? As long as you are in this body, who are your parents? Though you may say that I am the Atma eternal and no parents and all, you may say philosophically, but in a practical sense, they are your parents. She wanted to give a call of connection with Daksha. He is the one person only, what he can discuss. So now, Lord Shiva, the same person. Kruddha, Kruddha Tudashtushta, Uta Sadur Jayata Jate. Jatam Tadedvahani Shatograrochisham Utkritya Rudraha Sahasotito Hasan Gambiranado Visasarajatambuvi. Is the translation? So, because Lord Shiva's followers also defeated, utterly defeated, so now wanted to take revenge or teach them a lesson. For that, Lord Shiva, with locks of matted hair, biting his lips, snatched air which blazed terribly like fire or lightning, and becoming ferocious, he stood up. So Lord Shiva suddenly took out one hair strand from his jata and threw it onto the ground. As he threw it on the ground, it shone up like a lightning stroke. And from that there appeared a fearsome personality. Laughing and roaring loudly, he forcibly threw the air on the ground. He means Lord Shiva. Laughing like as if want to do something wonderful. Great. Shatha means blazing. Rudraha means he became ferocious. Lord Shiva became very angry. He wanted to teach a lesson to Daksha and all his followers. So he plucked one hair and threw onto the ground, and there is a brightly shining personality appeared from that jata. Same thing Durvas also does. He becomes angry with Ambarish Maharaj. He takes out one strand of the air from jata and he throws it on the ground. And there also one fiery demon appears. Actually, both are same only. One of the Amsha of Lord Shiva only appeared as Shiva as Durvasa. Same. So, how could you do and why did you do like that? Why Lord Shiva is laughing like a madman, all these things and all? The reason is the modes, the way the material existence is. Here is the beginning of competition between Brahma Tejas and Shiva Tejas. The Bhrigu and all, they were showing their Brahma Tejas by creating Rubus. So you created Rubu Devatas by chanting other Yajurveda mantras. I will create my expansion in the form of Virabhadra by my hair strand. This is also an Ajna person. When you threw it on the ground, it appeared like a fiery thing. Na? That is also kind of yajna. So let us see now who will win. Something like that. Because both are brothers, na? Prabhu and Lord Shiva are brothers only, in one sense. So you are showing your power, I will show my power. When Lord Shiva heard that his soldiers had been driven away, he created the tall black demon called Veerabhadra to retaliate. There is sometime a competition between Sattva and Rajas. That is the way of material existence. What is the lesson? Even when one is situated in Sattva, there is every possibility that his position will be mixed with or attacked by mode of passion or ignorance. That is the law of material nature. Even though Lord Shiva by nature is Sattva Guna, but by hearing all these unpalatable news that he was not respected, his wife not respected, his wife killed herself, no one stopped, and his followers were checked, were utterly defeated. His followers defeated means master is also defeated. So in one sense, Lord Shiva was defeated utterly, and his wife was burned to death. Even though she herself burnt, because no one checked, that means everyone is supporting she should be burnt. It is a big insult upon Lord Shiva. So, in a Sattva person supposed to tolerate Tam Titikshasva Bharata, but it cannot be possible always. Now he wanted to show off his power. So, there is some Raja entered in there. You tell me. You listen every entire class and tell me whether he's acting under modes or under acting beyond modes. Okay, forget it. Mother Sita was kidnapped by Ravana. Lord Rama went to Lanka and he was killing like anything, left, right, every demon, one after the other. Everyone was killed by Rama, Lakshmana, Hanuman, Sugriva, and all. So was he acting under modes? What Leela? वो करेगा तो लीला, आप करेगा बाकी के लोग करेगा तो ना लीला. Same way, just like the way Lord Rama is displaying his anger, like that Lord Shiva is displaying anger. Lord Rama is displaying anger for the Mother Sita, and here Lord Shiva is displaying anger for Mother Sati. Pandavas also fought victory very valiantly in the Mahabharata battle. For what purpose? Okay. Did Lord Rama become angry ever? That anger to Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, whatever, what is that? Which mode? Always transparently. भगवान कृष्ण के लिए transparently. The partiality देखो. So much partiality. Because Prabhupada wanted to give us some lessons. So he's explaining like that. It is for us to learn lessons. Of course, from transcendental point of view, Lord Shiva is always transcendental. But when just like Lord Rama is also doing a lila, like that we can take Lord Shiva also doing lila. Can't he understand that Sati is eternal? He knows. But still he's acting. It's like parents. Are they loving the children or not? But when children do some naughty thing, what the parents will do? Come in detail, what they will do? Not chastise, they will give one. अभी nowadays chastisement हो रहा होगा, but हमारे बच्चों ने तो बहुत खाना पड़ता है. Nowadays no one will do like that, na? Nowadays they pamper a lot children, and they spoil also. Too much pampering till 10th plus 1 plus 2 they are pampered so much. Then they get admission in IITs. They come to IIT. Till now they were getting everything they want, and in IIT they don't get whatever they want. Then they suicide. Too much pampering makes the people lazy, and they can't tolerate any adversities, any up downs in the life. They immediately commit suicide. Maybe some breakup issues, some grade issues, some tensions due to too much assignments, too much homework, and some fight between friends. Small things they commit suicide for no reason. All because of too much pampering. I'm not hitting at you, but in general, I'm telling. So, like that, when children are doing some naughty things, parents want to punish them. by giving a slap or chastising or whatever. Same way, Lord Shiva is the creator of the entire universe. I mean, Daksha, who is Daksha in front of him? So they are doing some mistake, you want to punish them, teach them a lesson. Not only Daksha, but all others who are supporting Daksha also. सबको एक सबक सिखाने का, तो उनका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है क्या नहीं? She spoke whole chapter na, last chapter all she only spoke to Daksha only. डायरेक्टली कहा, सबके सामने बात कर रहा है और क्या डायरेक्टली असेंबली में हो रहा है, सब कुछ सबके सामने बात किया उनसे. He did not open his mouth. What can be done? He did not speak out in one word. He does not want to speak to Sati only, because Sati was the wife of Lord Shiva. Because our Ahankara is so, we need to understand Daksha is not someone who is staying in Sargaloka. Daksha is there within everyone, in all of us. When some devotee says something unpleasant, we don't want to talk to that person for entire life only. Sometimes, even he is in front of us, we don't want to talk to him in mirror. Our Ahankara is so strong. It's quite natural. We don't have to find fault with Daksha. We have to find fault within us. The purpose of Bhagavatam is like a mirror. It is not like a window. When you see through the window, what do you see? You see people are fighting on the roadside. But when you see in the mirror, what do you see? We see ourselves. So when we see the personalities in the Bhagavatam, it is not a window. Okay, someone known called as Daksha, someone called as Shiva, under the three modes, they are fighting with each other, but I am transcendental. Not like that. They are actually reflecting our inner personalities in the mirror. Daksha is there within us, Shiva is also there within us. That means the mentality is there within us. But who will become victorious? So whom we will promote? That is what is in our hand. Pure manifestation of goodness is not possible in this material world. Thus, the struggle for existence between different material qualities is always present. This is Prabhupada's way of telling. This quarrel between Lord Shiva and Bhrigu Muni, centered around Prajapati Daksha, is the practical example of such competition between the different qualitative modes of material nature. So, modes are there within us. We also keep fighting always. Daksha in the mode of passion, Shiva in the mode of goodness, but they are trying to fight with each other. They both cannot deal with each other properly. So they are fighting for prominence. I am superior, I am superior. So then what happened? Tato tikaya stanva sprusham divam sahasrabahor gadaruk trisuryadrak Karaladamstro Jwaladagni Murdaja Kapalamali Vividotyutayudha. The description of Virabhadra is given here. The similar personality comes in the 6th canto. Vritrasura. Same type. From that hair, a huge black figure which touched the sky with its body, having 1,000 arms, Sasrabahu, not 1 hand, 1,000 hands are there. Projecting teeth are coming out. Eyes bright as the 3 suns. Each eye is as bright as 3 suns. Hair like the blazing fire. Appeared wearing a garland of skulls and holding a different types of weapons. Because he has 1,000 arms, 1,000 weapons might be there. If not 1,000, at least many more weapons might be there. He touched the sky with his body. His eyes were like three suns. Huge person, not ordinary person. इतना बड़ा अभी आकाश को टच कर रहे हैं उनका सर. Then Lord Shiva orders him, please go and destroy Daksha and Daksha Yajna, both. Daksha performed the Yajna to show his superiority over Lord Shiva. अभी देखता हूँ मैं कितना superior आप. तं किं करोमीति गृह्णतं गृह्णन्तमः.
तं किं करोमीति गृह्णन्तमाह.
Namkirti Prabhu, let the devotees here can recite. All of you please listen, because two recitations hoga. Tam kim karomi ti grunantamaha Paddanjalim Bhagavan Bhutanataha Daksham Sayajnam Jahiman Pathanam Samagrani Rudra Patamshako me. He's giving two instructions. Veerabhadra appeared from the jata which is thrown on the ground, appearing like lightning spark, and he was folded with folded hands. He offering obeisances to Lord Shiva. Veerabhadra with folded hands asked, "My dear master, what shall I do? What is my service? Kim karomi, kim karomi." Like that. There is one word in Sanskrit, kinkara. Kim kara, kim kara. Kya karo, kya karo. That is like that. In Sri Vaishnavism, they always call kinkara, kainkaryam. We say in a devotional service, they call it as kainkaryam. I am your kinkara, I want to do kainkaryam. So that's that general term they use. We say seva, seva, they say kainkaryam, kainkaryam. That is their term of for seva. So he's telling, Kim karomiti, my dear master, please tell me what I am supposed to do. So Lord Shiva, the Lord of the Ghost, Bhutapati, he said, go kill Daksha and destroy his sacrifice. Daksham sa yajnam. Daksha and yajna. Jahi. And make mat batanam jahi. Make my soldiers victorious. Because just now my followers are defeated by Rubu Devatas. Go kill Daksha, destroy the sacrifice, and make my followers victorious. Samagrani Rudra Batam Shakome. I will make you as my commander-in-chief. You are head of my army. Go and destroy Daksha Yajna, make my soldiers victorious. It's like that. Oh Rudra, skilled in battle, since you are my portion, the power of Brahman, you cannot be defeated. Do not worry, go and be victorious. So like that, Lord Shiva blessed him and sent him for the battle. Somebody may ask, Lord Shiva could have gone directly, why he sent Veerabhadra and all? But what was the need? Daksha and all, these are like not Kshatriyas. They are not like powerful. Even Devatas are all there also. But for Shiva, these are all like insignificant. So one of Shiva's Amsha is enough to defeat them. So that's how he said, you go, you are my Senapati, do the needful. So like that. So then now Veerabhadra is going towards the place where Daksha was performing technique. आज्ञप्त एवं कुपितेन मन्युना सदेव देवं परिचक्रमे विभुम् मेने तदात्मानमसङ्गरंहसा महीयशां तात सहस्रहिष्णुम्. Ordered by Lord Shiva, Veerabhadra circumambulated Lord Shiva for 3 times. Then he began to travel toward Daksha Yajna. While going, he considered himself capable of the strength of the strongest. He can defeat any strong person in the entire universe. And he traveled the speed of light. He traveled very fast because he was very eager to execute the order of his master. Ordered by Lord Shiva, who was very angry, Veerabhadra circumambulated Lord Shiva. Veerabhadra had speed which could not be matched. Asanga Ramasad. He was running very fast and remaining soldiers found difficult to catch up with him. They were also following after him, but he was going very fast. Like the speed of Lord Shiva, who is without mental association, since he is self-satisfied. He thought himself capable of tolerating the strength of the strongest. Indra, Chandra, Varuna, any devatas can stand in front of me. No one can stand in front of me. With that confidence, he was, because his confidence is not in his own power. His confidence is in blessings of Lord Shiva. Just like Hanumanji went to Lanka. So he said, I can jump across by the blessings of Lord Rama. By my own strength, I cannot jump. But by the blessings of Lord Rama, I can jump. So, like that. I can jump across, I can find Sita, Mother Sita. Wherever I find Mother Sita, if I ask Mother Sita if she can come, fine. Otherwise, I will uproot the entire Lanka and bring it back. Like that he says. Everything I can do by the blessings of Lord Rama. That is the confidence one should have. So now, he was going ahead and all the followers of Lord Shiva were following. Anviyamana Saturudra Parshader Prusham Nadadber Vyanadas Sabhairavam Udyamya Shulam Jagadantakantakam Sampradravadgoshana Bhushanangrihi. Because he was just appeared, he must have been decorated with very different variety of ornaments, kankan, nopo, oil, etc. Everything will be there. Devatas, if you see, they are well decorated. So while he was walking, or in fact running, all these ornaments are making so much noise, huge sounds. So something like that. Accompanied by the followers of Lord Shiva, who made a tumultuous sound, making a thundering sound with his foot ornaments, and raising a trident, which was the death for death itself. He hurried to the Daksha sacrifice. So his travel is being described. Because he himself is so high, na? His head is touching the clouds. Like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Kumbhakarna, and Vritrasura, he was also one such heavy, terrified personalities. The trident was like death for death itself. On his 2 feet, he had ornament which made a tumultuous noise. Is what do you call the legs ornament? Kankan? This not coil, the round one. Now coil are the flexible one. Hard right then white wala silver se banate. That when you are walking, the 2 legs are going ahead and front, and they will teach each other. Like Kartal, when we hit each other, we make sound. Either when these 2 are hitting each other, they are making huge sound. This personality is a huge personality. The huge personality is whatever kankan, that must be very heavy and very big. When that hits each other, what kind of sound it can make? Big bells. In big temples, big bells are there. Na Vrindavan temple like this, they every hour they play the sound goes all the way 1 kilometer distance. So like that. And Vrindavan bell is only this much. This fellow itself his head is touching the skies. So how big he must be? That is creating huge sound. So now, following him, all the soldiers were coming. When huge army was going at high speed, what will happen? Lot of dust will rise on the pathway. So that dust is observed by the people in the Daksha Yajna. And they are approaching nearby. They are observing lot of dust which was coming all over, at least in this direction. Atartvijo yajamana sadasya kakubi udicham paras paras prasamikshrenum tamakimetat kutayetadrajobod iti dvijapatnascha dandyo Tadyo. Ata, then Rutvija, the priest, Yajamana, the sponsor, all the Patnis, Sanas and Brahmana Patnis. These are all the different people who are there in the Yajna, and they are all looking at this huge, dark, cloud-like, dusty situation. It was clear, calm till now, and suddenly it rose up. Seeing the darkness in the northern direction, they are coming from the northern direction. So Lord Shiva was about in the northern direction with respect to the Daksha Yajna, the place of Daksha Yajna. The priests, the sponsors, the assembled guests understood it. It was dust. They thought some dust is coming. The Brahmanas and their wives then thought, where has this dust come from? The Yajna performer, they thought some dust is coming. Don't worry. Please be engaged in the performance of Yajna. But others who are sitting on the sideways, they are actually contemplating, how come suddenly dust will come? There are no wind. From where dust will come? So like that. When it became dark, they thought that it was impossible. How can it suddenly become dark? It is not even evening, it is not even rainy season. Then they understood it was dust. Okay, it may be some dust. But where has the dust come from? From where it is coming? Because the entire atmosphere is very quiet, calm. Suddenly dust will come out from where? So different people are discussing among themselves different thought processes. And different people start saying different things. And finally, Prasuti will tell what could be the actual reason. She will guess. Correct guess. Vatanavati nahi santi dasyava prachina barhir jivati hogra dandaha gavo na kalyanta gavo na kalyanta idam kuto rajo loko dunahim pralayaya kalpate. So when somebody said it's clouds, they said no, it is not rainy season. Other said it's dust, but there is no wind coming. Dust will come only when there is a wind. They said that vata na vanti. There is no wind flowing. Then how come the dust will come? Then others said nahi santi dasyava. It might be thieves. The thieves are coming to plunder us. Then others said no, thieves cannot come because now the ruler is Prachina Barihi. He is very powerful ruler. if there are any thieves, he will give very strong punishment. No one can tolerate the punishment given by Prachinabari. So indirectly we have to understand that this yajna is happening while Prachinabari was ruling over the entire Bhumandala. That will be understood when eventually in the fourth canto Prachinabari will come. So our story began with Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manu had 5 children, 2 sons and 3 daughters. And story began with the daughters. First it began with Devahuti marrying Kardama and then begetting 9 daughters and 1 son. That past tense are mentioned in the third canto, previous canto. The fourth canto, first chapter talks about the various children of the 3 daughters of Swayambhu Manu. That means the daughters lineage has been mentioned. Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. Their children are being talked about. In that discussion, all children of Swayambhu Manu's 3 daughters gave birth to many children. But only one person did not give children, did not give birth to any children. That was Sati. Before she could become mother, before she could beget children, she had to burn herself. Now the question was that how and why? Why Daksha's daughter burnt herself? She was loved by so much by Daksha. So something like that. Now that answer is being given. So while daughters got married and they gave birth to various children, they got married and they gave birth to various children. In the meantime, the sons also became the rulers, got married, gave birth to children, they became the rulers. Like that, so many things might be happening. That will begin in the 8th chapter. 8th chapter onwards, what is happening with sons of Priyavrata will be explained. So Priyavrata had 2 sons. Sorry. Swayambhu Manu had 2 sons. Priyavrata and Uttanapada. Priyavrata was the eldest one, Uttanapada second. Both of them went to Gurukula. They complete education. One came home, one remained in the Gurukula. He does not want to come back. He wants to remain in the Gurukula. So elder brother Priyavrata stayed in the Gurukula. Younger brother Uttanapada came home. He was married. He became king. He ruled for some time. He did not rule for long. Because after he got 2 children, Dhruva and Uttama, there was some conflict. So Uttanapada thought that no, I should not be king. He genuinely thought, because I was king, I was showing a special favor to my small wife. As a result of that, my son has to go through a lot of trouble. It is all because of my being the king. But he showed greater maturity than me. Instead of expressing anger towards me, both Dhruva and his mother took shelter of Lord Vishnu. So he is more qualified than me to be the king. Even when Dhruva was a small boy, as soon as he returned from after having darshan of Lord Vishnu, Uttanapada made him king. What best king could be? So then he went to Vanaprastha. Dhruva ruled for some time. Dhruva children, their children, eventually, no, Navi, not Navi, Anga. After Anga, Vena. After Vena, Prutu. After Prutu, Prutu's son. And Prutu's son is Antardana. After Antardana, Havirdana. And Havirdana's son is Prachinabari. So like this, so many kings were ruling on the other side. After all this happened, when Prachinabari was ruling, here, Daksha is performing second yajna and then happened. Like, these are like 2 parallel tracks are happening. These are the lineage of Brahmanas, that is the lineage of Kshatriyas. So they are telling that it cannot be thieves. Because Prachinabari is ruling, he cannot tolerate anybody stealing away or doing robbery, etc. etc. He will give severe punishment. So no one dare to do any stealing kind of things. No idea. How can you know where she is taking birth? See, these people are married, but they don't beget children immediately. They are not human beings. After marriage, they wait good amount of time, then beget children. It's okay. No problem. That age, yes. That means very simple. So, no, not impossible, conceivable only. So Daksha gave birth to Sati recently, and she was married to Lord Shiva very recently. She was youngest daughter. So in that way you can say. Huh? Which sloka they could have happened according to you? No, here only in Greater Himalayas only this is all happening. Lord Shiva stays in the Greater Himalayas, and the Akshayajna also happened in the Greater Himalayas only. The same Himalaya mountain only Yajna is happening in Bharata Varsha only. I did not say that. I said Bharata Varsha. What is Bharata Varsha? We'll discuss in fifth canto. So there is, in addition to our Himalaya, there is the Greater Himalayas. In that Greater Himalayas, Lord Shiva stays. So the same on the same Himalayas only. It's very huge Parvata. I'll tell you. One Yojana is equal to 13 kilometers. The dimensions of the Himalayas are 2000 yojanas wide. So this is the Himalayas, for example. 2000 yojanas wide. That means how many kilometers? 26,000 kilometers. One yojana is 13 kilometers, not 30. 1 3. So 26,000 kilometers. Can you imagine 26,000 kilometers? How much will be? How much is the distance between the Himalayas to Kanyakumari? Whole India. Huh? 80,000, 2,000. कहाँ आप लोग इंडिया में हैं और दूसरा दुनिया में चल रहे हैं? 3,200 kilometers. Himalayas to Kanyakumari. 3,000 kilometers only, not more than that. 3,200 kilometers, to be more precise. So then, the height is 10,000 yojanas. That means 130,000 kilometers. The length is about 70,000 yojanas. Length of the mountain. Okay. In that Himalayas, on the right hand side, Lord Shiva stays. That place, the section of the mountain is the Kailash Parvat. In that Kailash mountain, Lord Shiva stays. आपको देखना है तो जा सकते हैं. That is a different thing. So like that, different people are telling different things. Somebody said, no, cows are being herd. अरे इधर cows कहाँ आएगा? This is the Greater Himalayas mountain area. People living itself is a difficult thing. Cows कहाँ रहेगा? Somebody like denied that. Then somebody said, I think it must be destruction of the universe. The universe is going to be destroyed. I mean, recently, last 2 days, there are so many news are spreading all around. Previously, that was coronavirus. Now it is new virus is coming up. Something very soon going to be lockdown and all. They are spreading the rumors everywhere. Is rumor or real? Whatever we don't know. But the news are being spread everywhere. So they are also kind of conjecturing different things. It could be like this, it could be this, it could be this, like that. So many things they are imagining. They considered various possibilities. It is evident that Prachinabari was the king at that time, and hence there will be no possibility of thieves. Thieves coming in a group. Additional thieves cannot come. It is not possible. We understood. So now, Prasuti, the wife of Daksha, gives the correct reason. What could be the correct reason? Prasuti Mishra Sriya Udvikna Chitta Ochur Vipako Vijinassaiva Tasya Yat Pashyanti Nam Duhitranam Prajeshaha Sutam Satim Avadadyau Anga Anagam.
This danger had been created by Daksa before who even thought about it with her role as sister.
Sati, the wife of, Prasuti, the wife of Daksha, she's telling, My dear friends, don't think this and that. This is certainly the result of the sin committed by my husband, Daksha. So what was the sin committed by Daksha? Did he insult? Did he dishonor? No, but at least in the current situation, what was the sin of Daksha? No, no. Okay, but what was the original sin? He did not receive Sati. Sati, being the daughter, she deserves the affection of the parents. Any daughter deserves the affection of parents. Even in good time, bad time, when daughter comes home, it is the responsibility of the parents first to receive the daughter. If there is a mistake of daughter, they can chastise later on. But they cannot keep the daughter outside the home. Don't come inside. Get away. You are not my daughter. No one can say like that. Daksha did not say that, and not saying it as good as saying only. In Telugu, we have a proverb: Maunam Ardhangikaram. If somebody is silent means he is half accepted. So in that way. That is also there, but at least Daksha did not receive her, did not say even one word. Even if you speak good words, that is good. Even if you speak bad words also, still there is a relationship of speaking with each other. You don't speak, that is worst. Neglecting, being indifferent is kind of worst. That is the sin of Daksha. He insulted Sati, his dearmost daughter. That too, if there is only Daksha and Sati, both of them are there. If he doesn't speak to Sati and no one is watched, still she could have ignored. She would have accepted. But this he is doing in front of everyone, and especially with his sisters. It is very difficult. What Arjuna was told by Lord Krishna when Arjuna says, I don't want to fight battle. He said that it is better for me to go to forest, live by begging, instead of killing my respectable Bhishma, Drona, etc. etc. What Krishna says? Second chapter. For a respectable person, disrespect is worse than death. They will not applaud your decision. They will insult you. For a respectable person, Arjuna was ever victorious since childhood till now. He never seen a defeat in his life. Now, without fighting, he will see the defeat and everyone will insult him. Will Arjuna continue to live? So, for a respectable person, criticism or infamy is worse than death. Arjuna would be very happy if he fights in the battle and gets killed. For a Kshatriya, getting killed is also like a glorious thing. But getting insult, very difficult. There are two different opposite qualities between Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. Brahmanical person, Kshatriya person, they can't tolerate one thing. No. Brahmanas can tolerate verbal insults, but they cannot tolerate physical pain. Physical pain, Brahmanas cannot tolerate. That is their nature. Because they are soft also, because their upbringing is like that. Their upbringing is in a close quarters, in a favorable environment. Okay? Because they don't harm anybody. And they also never get harmed by anybody also. So their life is all about in a safe, protective environment. So they don't tolerate physical pain. But they can tolerate any verbal insults you may say, they'll say that. Tolerate. These are all dualities. What is that? What is that? And not like that. So many verses come in the second chapter that Tata Manapa Manayo. So like that, they will treat everything equally, good and bad. On the other hand, Kshatriyas, they can tolerate so much physical pain. They can tolerate so many arrows pierce their body. Bhishma is a classical example. Whole body was pierced with so many arrows. He was tolerating for 50 days, more than about 2 months almost. But if you speak one criticism, they will never tolerate. One word if you say, like insulting word. If somebody says Bhima, you gluttonous person, Bhima cannot tolerate. If somebody says Karna Sutaputra, Karna cannot tolerate. So like that. Like the same thing happened now. What Karna said, Draupadi? He told like that you already married 5 people. If a woman who married 5 people is like not a pativrata, you can marry one more person. What is wrong with you? So it is very difficult to tolerate. She asked the Kshetrani. So like that. So for a Kshatriya, they cannot tolerate even one word. Very difficult. Dhruva Maharaj, his stepmother told something, even a small boy he could not tolerate. So this is what Parashurama recognized. Karna went and said, introduced himself, I am a Brahmana, I want to learn weaponry. He taught everything. So one day Parashurama was sleeping on his lap. One bumblebee came and he biting his feet. The blood is coming out. And the blood came and touched the body of Parashurama. Parashurama got up. And he decided, hey, aapne galti bola. Brahmana cannot tolerate that much pain. So you must be a Kshatriya. You are tolerating so much pain, that means you must be a Kshatriya. You cannot be a Brahmana. Because you cheated me, the whatever education you learned, it will not help you in crucial time. That's all. So it is like that. Huh? Vaishya cannot tolerate if the wealth goes away. For Vaishya, wealth is more than life. He is eager to give his life, but he does not eager to give even one penny. Shudra cannot tolerate a physical pain. Physical pain he cannot tolerate. Again, same thing. So like that, different people have different limitations. So in any case, here, so she was not respected. So not respecting is like criticizing. So she is like a Kshatriya type woman. So how can she tolerate? It is better for me to die than living anymore. Same thing happened with Mother Sita also. What did Lord Rama told after killing Ravana? What did Lord Rama told to Sita after killing Ravana? No. Ramayana will never say that you do Agni Pariksha. Go wherever you want. I have come as a Kshatriya, as a ruler, to protect a lady. So now you are free to go wherever you want. And she said, where will I go? I am your wife. You are only my master. If you don't accept me, I have nothing else to live in this world. Lakshmana, please arrange firewood. I'll enter fire and end my life. So like that. So that's what it is. Actually, why did Lord Rama tell like that? Go wherever you want. Huh? Who gave? He has never given. Huh? Okay, that is there. That is a lesson point. Huh? Huh? Okay. Okay. Why does she need a proof? Why does she need a proof to show her chastity? So many things are there, but actual reason is she was not Sita. She was Vedavati. The one who went to Lanka taken by Ravana was not Sita. She was Vedavati. How can Lord Rama will accept Vedavati, whom he was not married to? So he told, you are in trouble, I came and rescued you. And you go wherever you want. So like that. Sita Devi went into fire, and from fire Vedavati came. And Vedavati came out of the home to give the charity to the disguised Brahmana, and she was taken to Lanka. And now that Vedavati entered again into the fire, and from that fire Sita came back, and Lord Rama took Sita and came back to Ayodhya. So through the medium of Agni, they kind of exchanged each other. Because in her previous life, she was Vedavati. She was the daughter of one great sage. She was performing tapasya at one place with a desire to become the wife of Lord Vishnu. So Ravana was traveling everywhere. She was trying to find out women. So she saw Vedavati. So she came, while she was performing tapasya, he came and he caught hold of her hair. And he wanted to drag her and put her into Vimana and take her to Lanka. But by the time she opened her eyes, she could realize that somebody else is dragging her. She, with her hand, she transformed her hand into sword. She cut off her hair because he was holding behind. She cut off. Then she said, "You fool! How dare you touch me? Since you have touched this body is not fit for to be offered to Lord Vishnu. I will burn this body." Saying that, she created a fire and jumped into the fire immediately. She entered into the fire, and through the same fire she came out, and she went to Lanka, and she told, "You are so proud of your powers and all. I will come to your abode, and I will be the cause of your destruction. Then only I will marry my lord. Till then, I'll stay in fire only. I'll perform tapasya," something like that. She herself went to Lanka. She caused the destruction of Ravana. So then she again entered into fire. Then later on she appeared as Anna Padmavati. Then she married Lord Vishnu. So like that. So they're all internal pastimes. The women सिग्नल नहीं आप लोग को नहीं ना so this one Hare Krishna. Devotees are able to see the slides.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So where are we? The women of whom Prasuti was the chief spoke. There are so many ladies, but Prasuti spoke out. This is the result of the offense of her father. Her matlab Sati's father. Not only did Daksha offend her, but did so in the presence of her sisters, and she was innocent as well. Sati came here to settle the matter. She was very innocent. But Daksha not only offended her, but he offended her in front of sisters. Especially sisters के सामने offend होगा तो भी it's like one want to be honored in front of one's own people. Obviously, if one's own people के सामने insult होगा तो it is very pitiable. She will never come back again. Okay, what kind of face she will have to come back again in front of his sisters and his family and all? Not possible. So she can complete her life. So like that. So and so Prasuti was saying whatever is happening is all result of Daksha's sin of disrespecting or not welcoming Sati. Yasvantakale vyupta jata kalapa swashula sucharpita diggajendraha पितत्य नृत्यति उदितास्त्रदोर्द्विजम् उच्चाट्टहासा स्तनयन्तु भिन्नद् As Veerabhadra and all the followers of Shiva are going toward Daksha Yajna, here in Kailash, what Lord Shiva does? What is favorite activity? Tandav Nritya. We cannot say dance. This is not dance. This is Tandav Nritya. When he does during the Pralaya, he was doing that. With scattered locks, piercing the directions, with his trident, waving his flag-like arms, holding upraised weapons, and breaking the directions. By the roar of his loud laughter, Lord Shiva dances. Of course, Yan Nrityati, at the time of universal destruction. That is called Thandava Nritya. Dance of Lord Shiva at the time of destruction is called Thandava Nritya. And he was doing that. He will do till the time the Veerabhadra comes back. Because he want to hear good news. Till then he will not stop. The power of Daksha cannot defeat Lord Shiva. This is explained in 2 verses. Lord Shiva's locks of hair are scattered. In his arms are raised weapons. He throws his arms about like waving flags and dances. He pierces the directions by the roar of his loud laughter. He was laughing like a madman and dancing like a Antakantaka. Pralayantaka. So he's going to destroy the entire universe. With that intention, he's dancing actually. Thandava Nritya is doing. Bhayanak, Vivasta, Raudra. Anything else? No problem. This is also kind of dissolution only. Small dissolution. Still, he does Thandava Nritya. Is his favorite activity. When something you want to do, you will do Thandava. Dancing is favorite activity, and now he's dancing in a. Abhi dekho na. It's all like one after the other. So many things are happening. Even though only, but even though you say something and you are experiencing something else, you may say danger is going to come, but when the danger comes, what kind of feeling you go through? So the way he kind of solacing himself is by dancing, dancing in like a madman. We are calling it a Thandava Nritya. That much Yajna area only will be destroyed. Not everything. Not everything. That much he knows. Any questions from online devotees? Till now?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. If there are no questions, we'll go ahead. Amarshayitva tamasaya tejasam Manyuplutam durniriksham prukutya Karaladamshra birudastavagnam Syasvasti kim kopayato vidhatuhu. After angering Lord Shiva, previously so much insult were hurled by Daksha. Lord Shiva did not become angry. But now he really became angry. The reason is his dearmost wife. You know what? She was unjustifiably killed in that sense. Everyone put together. After angering Lord Shiva, terrifying in appearance, who has intolerable strength, great anger, and who scatters the planets by his own frown and protruding teeth, how can a person, even Brahma, have good fortune? The way Lord Shiva is behaving now, you can imagine the way Lord Narasimha was behaving at that time when he appeared for the pillar. Lord Narasimha also, what is this? Small boy, you can't even see. You are trying to kill him different ways and you can't tolerate this small boy also. Lord Narasimha became very angry that time. Same way here. Sati also small Sati. She just deserves some love and affection of the father. Can't do that much. You are so proud about your own position. You are so overwhelmed by your superiority complex. So Lord Shiva becomes so angry. Now the thing is, when Lord Shiva becomes really angry, who can stand in front of him? Even Brahma cannot stand in front of him. And Maitreya is careful not to use the word of Lord Vishnu. He did not use the word of Lord Vishnu. He only told, up to Brahma, no one can stand in front of Lord Shiva. Same way as Prabhuji was saying that at the time of Pralaya, all the 14 lokas up to Brahma will be destroyed, not Vishnu support and all. So all the living entities, all the devatas up to Brahma and Brahma's abode and all will be destroyed by Pralaya, which is caused by Lord Shiva. So in that way. So beyond Brahma, there is one more personality, that is Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu cannot be harmed by Lord Shiva. So in that way, we can also understand from the shloka. He did not use the name of Lord Vishnu. So, in that way. So now, while they were coming close quarters, the entire atmosphere is showing some inauspicious omens, bad omens. Bahuvevamudvigna drushochyamanat Janena dakshasya muhurmahatmanah Utpeturutpatma Utpeturutpatama sahasraso Payavaha divi bhumau cha pratyak. So in the assembly where everyone is like, there Lord Shiva is doing Tanda Nritya. On the way, Veerabhadra and other followers of Lord Shiva, they are running toward Daksha Yajna. In the place where Daksha Yajna is there, there are omens in the air, in the sky, the place in between the sky and earth, in the atmosphere. Different kinds of inauspicious omens, which are indicating an imminent great danger. While people were continuously speaking in this way, with nervous glances, thousands of great disturbances, frightening even the sober-minded Daksha, approached in the sky, on the earth, and all around. Suddenly thunderstroke, clouds, black clouds, dogs barking, what are all the other inauspicious animals also barking, so many things, cows crying, etc., etc. All those things are happening. Oh mother, you are speaking the truth. The other ladies are they are telling that, oh mother, oh queen, you are actually speaking the truth. In this way, all the assembled persons spoke. The women were fighting even for Daksha, who was powerful. So even the evil-minded Daksha also became afraid now. Till now, he was like very sober. I am the greatest. Sati, no problem. Even Sati dies also no issue. So he was so concerned about his own position, but now Daksha also became afraid, looking at all this fearful situation all around. Because what he can do, we also have the limited power only. He cannot stop Pralaya. That much potency he does not have. Sober. In any case, sober means indifferent. So one sober is tolerant. We say dhira. In the Bhagavad Gita, we say dhira and all. No, not that. So for example, I'll tell you one thing. If in family somebody left their body, even a sober person also, normally a person also starts crying and shedding some tears, at least little bit he will do. What is not doing, that means what? We may say he's so sober. That means one actual meaning is it does not even have any feelings. It does not even have any feelings that one loved one is passed away and he has to cry a little bit, something like that. So it is criticizing in a positive way. Oh Mahatmana, the Mahatma Daksha also became afraid. It's actually criticism. It is because that Mahatma only all these things are happening. So it's not. So here is our Veerabhadra with 1,000 arms is coming forward. She did not even enter inside. She was at the entrance only. Because father did not come to welcome her. How will she come inside? She came at the entrance, like on the roadside. Mother and sisters came out of the arena. They were there welcoming her. Please come in. And she was looking at the father, hoping that father will call her. Father will come and receive her. Father did not come only. She was at the entrance only. And other followers of Sati wanted to go in and drag Daksha out. But she said, don't go. So in only we can say that she burnt herself at the entrance only. She did not even enter inside. Why would she enter inside without father calling inside?
So where is the story?
I don't know. These are local Sthala Puranas and all. See, I'll tell you one thing. This point actually, like this, for every pastime that this kind of understanding comes. For every pastime, there is a pastime. It can be told in 4 ways. Because we have 4 modes. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna, and Shuddha. For 4 category of people, the same pastime can be told in 4 different ways. Adding few details here and there, etc. Recently, in one of the Bhagavatam classes, after Bhagavatam classes, this is the discussion. I don't remember exactly what was the context in which it came out. So the discussion was Bhrigu, yeah, Arjuna gave one day class and he was talking about Bhrigu testing all the 3 deities, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu. So Bhrigu went and kicked on the chest of Lord Vishnu. What was the response of Lakshmi Devi? What was the typical narrative all of you must have heard? Huh? She became angry with the Brahmanas because the Brahmanas remain always beggars. This is the version of Rajoguna. There is another version of Shuddha Sattva, which comes in the Bhagavatam. She says, because I did not stop Bhrigu before he kicked on the chest of my Lord. Because both of them were deeply immersed. Lord Vishnu closed his eyes and he was lying down. Mother Lakshmi also closed his eyes and massaging the Lord's feet. If this person came and kicked on the chest. So she was thinking that somebody is entering our inner chambers. It is my responsibility to make sure that my Lord is taken care nicely. I did not take care of my Lord. Bhrigu came and kicked on the chest of my Lord. So it is my offense. It is because of my inattentiveness. Bhrigu kicked on the chest of my Lord. So she came down, immediately leaving Vaikuntha, came to Kolhapur to atone herself. This is the version of Bhakti. The other one is the version of other mode. There could be other 2 versions also. In Sattoguna also there could be some version, Tamoguna also could be another version. For every pastime, according to the audience, with adding and subtracting some details, can be narrated. Huh? For that category of people, it should be told like that. That is up to you. That's why you are doing Bhakti. You have to apply it. Huh? Not like that. According to our level of consciousness, which appeals to us, we accept that. If you tell this narrative of Bhagavatam to a person outside, he will not accept. But you can see very nicely that some fellow came inside your home and is kicking you on your husband. Hey, how can a wife will say that it is my offense, that's why he is kicking? A wife, generally the wife will become angry at the person and she will give her own if possible and she will shout at least. That is naturally expected. A common, typical Indian mentality, that is what expected. Huh? Same thing. So it is like that. According to the state of consciousness, people accept the corresponding narrative. It should be told like that because the story should be appealing to them so that they'll come to Tirumala and take darshan of the Lord. If story is not appealing to them, why will they come? For that people, if you say the story of Kolhapur like this, they will never come. क्या ये पागल हो गया, वो भी पागल हो गया, मैं क्यों जाऊं पागल के पास? Something like that. That's why in all the scriptures they are very intelligent. We have three variety of Puranas: Sattva-guni Purana, Raja-guni Purana, Tamo-guni Purana, in order to attract that category of people. Shakta worshippers should worship Shakti. Shakta should worship Shakti. So where they will worship Shakti? In 18 Shakti Pitas. How the Shakti Pitas established? From this pastime. So there should be some connection to some of the important pastimes that are happening in relation to Shakti. So like that the narrative is being told. So because then they can relate to this pastime, they can become devotees of Shakti and they can visit Shakti Pitas and they can worship. So there is a connectivity. In order to attract them, the story should be told like that. But Bhagavatam is the highest platform. The story is spoken in the Shuddha Sutta platform. And that is what we are hearing here. The same story, if you hear in some Tamasic Purana, the story will be as it is. If you hear the same story in Tamasic Purana, somewhat different. If you hear the same story in Vishnu Purana, it will be a little different. Satvik Purana. So like that. The narrative varies according to the book meant for what kind of audience. So it's like that. Okay? But all narratives are correct. According to the Huh? Huh? See, first of all, you understand. One who is reading Bhagavatam means he must have already read all the other scriptures. The prime most qualification to read Bhagavatam means one should have read all the other scriptures. One should know all other pastimes. The essence of all, culmination of all the pastimes is Bhagavatam. I कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं डायरेक्टली इधर आके भागवतम बुक खोला इधर उधर आधा दिन इधर घूम के आके आधा क्लास में आते प्रश्न पूछते बताओ it will come in other pastimes. Indra is the hero, the Uttarasura is the not villain, Asura. And in Bhagavatam, Uttarasura is the pure devotee, Indra is mixed devotee. Okay? No hero, no villain. In Bhagavatam, devotees only, no negative shade. Devotees only. Lesser devotee, medium devotee, good devotee, best devotee, better devotee, something like that. Gradation among the devotees. All are devotees only. But some here, some here, something like that. Gradation. But in other scriptures, good, bad, villain, hero, all those things will come. Okay? Other Purana meant for other kind of audiences. We are not denying that. In Mahabharata, Parikshit Maharaj, after being cursed by Shrungi, he went to Ganga. He constructed a palace which has only one pillar. So one pillar, above that one pillar, there is a home. In that home, he was there. He was not allowing anybody to come in. Only one Brahmana would come and with food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, morning fruits, evening milk, in between some little lunch. So no one is allowed inside. The seventh day, he was getting the fruits. Okay, in one fruit, there was one small insect. When he was biting that fruit, the insect came out, expanded himself into a snake and bite him. Daksa. That was the story in Mahabharata. That is not a Mahabharata story. That is some Lok Katha. Lok Katha. Huh? How old are you? My dear friend, how old are you? 30 years gone like that only, without reading Mahabharata. What was the latest movie that you watched? Tell me, what was the latest movie that you watched? Oh, itna purana ho gaya. Are you watched so many that you don't want to? See, we are so much enamored by modern these things, but we forget what we are supposed to do. What can be done? This is our है, उसमें भी है, उसमें है मतलब पढ़ाने में। कृष्ण कृष्ण Mahabharat is like learning alphabets. Okay, you understand? Learning alphabets means nursery, LKG, UKG. Reading Ramayanam is like primary school. You understand? Primary school means class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. Up to class 4, class 5 is called primary school. And then reading Bhagavad Gita means high school or college, you can say. And reading Bhagavatam, graduation. You directly got admission graduation without going through all the primary studies. Not fair. Everyone should know Ramayana, Mahabharata.
But for the generally, but for the devotees,
My dear friends, one question, one question. You are a devotee? Huh? What do you mean by practicing devotee? Huh. But sadhaka should know Mahabharata, Ramayana also. So what? What do you mean by bhakti? Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, that's what I'm telling. See, here is a sentence. If you want to read sentence, what all you should know? Huh? Words you should know, word meaning you should know. Okay, then you should also know how to spell the word also. Okay? Yes or no? So, and you should also know this letter means this. This letter should be spelled like this. Where do you learn all those things? पहले, उसके पहले nursery you learn alphabets. In school you learn grammar. So also learning alphabets is Mahabharata. Learning grammar is Ramayana. So without knowing alphabets, without knowing grammar, can you read sentence? बताइए. What Dharma Shastra, what Ratha Shastra, what Bhakti Shastra? Just now our friend told 30 years passed. For 30 years, it's not a big book. It's a very small book. Okay? You go to medical college, there one semester book, how much big it is. Like that, they have to do 4-5 subjects. इतना बड़ा books रहता है semester में. उतना पढ़ना पड़ता है, पढ़ते भी है. हाँ? Now we consider Bhakti is Ashamashi, easy? Correct. Prabhupada expected that if a person born in India, they know it by default. He expected that we should know it. That's why he said, reading Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam in thoroughly is enough. But no one is answering when I say, आज स्टोरी में भी गड़बड़ है, अभी कंफ्यूजन है, ये सही है, वो सही है. That is the problem. That is the big problem. Sorry. Sorry for detouring. Any reflection from online devotees? Okay, we'll do some verses. Tavassa rudranuchairchairairmahamuko Nanya Nana Yudairvamanaker Udayuday Pingai Pisangair Makarodaranai Paryadravadbir Vaduran Rudyata Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhuta, Preta, Pishashas were the followers of Lord Shiva. So what kind of bodily structure they have is described here. If somebody asks you, how does the Yakshas look like? How does the Bhuta Preta look like? This is how they look like. Veerabhadra along with Shiva's associates who were short, reddish, yellowish, with faces and bellies like makaras. Makara means shark. Protruding bellies, big bellies. Holding various weapons, running everywhere, quickly surrounded the sacrificial arena. So like that. Prabhuji, in our place, in comparison to us, their bodies are not like our bodies. They have subtle bodies, we have gross bodies. In their loka, that subtle body itself is a gross body. They are visible to them, each other. Devatas also have bodies. What kind of bodies? Subtle bodies. Subtle bodies. Celestial bodies, subtle bodies. Like that. Both of them can see each other. And they can see us, but we can't see them. Because we are in the grass realm, we can only see grass objects. They are in a subtle realm, they can see subtle realm, they can also see the grass realm. And they can see. That's why they are entering in you, na? Otherwise, I will them. Kechid babanjuhu pragvamshan patni salam tatapare sada agnidra shalam cha tadviharam mahanasam. So the sacrifice is happening in the middle. In all four directions, different people are sitting. In one corner, ladies are sitting in one side, the Brahmanas are sitting inside, the Devatas are sitting, the guests are sitting. And one side, the Brahmanas who are doing the yajna are sitting. Like the different people are sitting at different places. And some Bhuta Pretas went in this side, some went here, some went there, some went there. Wherever they went, they are destroying that particular location. So like that. Some of the associates broke the beams, while other destroyed the women's quarters. That means the women are sitting in one corner and one area, specific area meant for them. And some are decided destroying the assembly hall. Some destroyed the houses meant for the priests where they are performing yajna. Some destroyed the kindling house. The yajna is happening. That also destroyed. The sponsors' quarters and the kitchen. All these different arenas are destroyed by different parts of the Shiva Bhattas, the army of Lord Shiva. Prag Vasisam refers to the wooden beams running east and west, resting upon the pillars. The beams, wooden beams are called Prag Vasisam. In construction of the sacrificial house. West of the sacrificial area is the women's quarter. On the western side, women are sitting. Vama. So then, east of the sacrificial area was the assembly shed, where all the invited guests are sitting in the eastern side. East of that was shed for the vehicles to carry somarasa. The eastern side of the eastern part, where the guests are sitting, that is meant for carrying the somarasa, which will be served in the lunch. North of that was the place for kindling the fire. Northern direction, the Brahmanas who are doing the yajna are sitting. And Viharam is the house for the sponsors. The guests are sitting in a particular place. So then Mahanasam is the kitchen where cooking is going on for everyone. So all these things are destroyed. Rurujur yajna patrani tatayikagnin manashayan kundeshu amurtayan kechit pibidur vedime kala. Others broke the sacrificial vessels. Others extinguished the fire. Others urinated in the pits. and others store up the earthwork around the fire pits. Basically, all the decorations and all, the door and everything. So like that. Basically, they are destroying the entire sacrifice arena. Abadanta muninan ye eke patnir atarjayam apare jagrur devan pratyasannan palayitan. Others harassed the sages, some are torturing the sages, while others shouted at the women. Others caught the devatas who had fled nearby. People are trying to go away. They are not allowing to go away, anybody. They are catching everyone and kicking them and hitting them and like anything. Some scolded the women, that is mentioned that because women out of fear they are going away. And they were telling that you women don't go away. Okay? Stay here and see the death of your husbands. You people did not say anything while Sati dying. Now you see while your husbands are dying. Because all your husbands supported the killing of Sati. So you all stay here and see their death. Just like your husband saw the death of Sati, all of you should see the death of your husbands. So like. What they will do in front of Virabhadra? They all must have defeated. They must have been defeated. Yeah, that is also possible. They must have been defeated also. We'll see if they are there. Rugurvabandam Maniman Virabhadra Prajapatim Chandesha Pushanam Devam Kagam Nandishwaro Grahet Sarva Eva Ritvijo Drishtva Sadasya Sadivaukasaha Terardhyamanaha Subrusham Gravabir Naika Dadravim. So in a fight, if the king is defeated, then there will be no fight. Even the soldiers are energetic, enthusiastic to fight, but they cannot fight anymore. Once king is defeated, king is arrested, then gone. If king is killed, also then gone. That was the main the main agreement between the Senapati and Duryodhana. Duryodhana would tell, especially Bhishma and Drona, would always tell that if you can kill Pandavas, otherwise at least arrest Yudhishthira Maharaj. So that we arrest him and we'll tell him that you should come for a playing game, a dice game. I'll defeat him once again, send him for arrest for 30 more years. So you don't want me to fight, I'll not fight. But you have to do one favor. You arrest Yudhishthira. If you arrest him, I'll not fight. I'll stop the battle here itself. That's how you would blackmail the leaders, Bhishma and Drona. So Bhishma would rightly say, I will not arrest and I will not kill. My responsibility is to protect the Sena. You fight. You fight, you arrest, you kill. Bhishma would directly say. But Drona would say that, okay, I'll arrest. Because he's a Brahmanical person. Na? He said, I will fight for you. So he would always say, I will arrest. In order to arrest, he made big plan in 13th day. That Padma Vyuha. Only purpose is to Chakravyuha. Only purpose is to arrest Yudhishthira Maharaj. Because they took Arjuna at a far distant and they prayed to Chakravyuha. So they wanted to arrest, but somehow Abhimanyu came in between and disrupted their plans. Abhimanyu did not allow any warrior to go near to Yudhishthira Maharaj. So they could not arrest. Somehow he stopped all the warriors till sunset. At the end, he has to give up his life. It's like that. So, same thing here also we can see. Now they are arresting the leaders. Maniman arrested Bhrigu, who was trying to offer oblations. Like maybe we can say that the previously Bhrigus appeared, they defeated all the followers of Lord Shiva, they disappeared. Now before he could offer oblations, they arrested him. Otherwise, if we get the chance, he may create again. Of course, they could defeat now, but still they did not want to give that opportunity also. They arrested him. And Veerabhadra arrested Daksha. The main purpose of Veerabhadra coming here is Daksha ko sabak sikhana. Arrest kiya. And Chandesha arrested Pusha. Nandishwara arrested. We'll understand why these people are arrested. After seeing this, the priests, guests, devatas, afflicted greatly by the stones thrown at them, could not flee in a group. When the leader is arrested, the followers would flee away. When they are trying to flee away, the Bhuta Preta Pishas are throwing stones at them. So they stopped. At least, rukega to bach ke rahenge, jeevan jiyenge. I mean, if they throw strong stone, what will happen? They'll head pierce into pieces and they'll die there itself. So out of fear, they stopped there. But everyone got affected by some stones or some weapons, and everyone got mutilated their body limbs, and everyone is hurt and blood is bleeding and everything is happening. If you want to kill Daksha leader, you have to kill some Sena also, na? Okay, you can directly go and fight with the king. Before reaching king, you have to fight with the Sena also in between. But before that only they attacked on the people, na? So Veerabhadra is going toward Daksha. In the meantime, all other followers attacked in the four directions, and they were troubling all the people who supported Sati's death that time. So both are happening simultaneously. But don't think that Veerabhadra will go fight alone for half an hour, then the other soldiers will come. Not like that. Soldiers went before Veerabhadra only. They attacked. आप कभी देखा नहीं महाभारत बैटल? महाभारत सीरियल देखा ना? हाँ, पहले क्या होता है? शंख बजता है. The Sena comes and they fight with each other. After 5 minutes, then the warrior starts shooting the arrows. But the Sena fights. So like that. So we'll see a few more verses left. Juhuvata Shrutva Asatya Samshruni Bhagavan Bhava Rugor Lulunche Sadasiyo Astak Mashru Darshayan Bhagasya Netre Bhagavan Pati Tasya Rushabhuvi Pujahara Sada Stokshnya Yasapatnam Asusuchat. For everything, there is a reason. What they did, why they did, as a previous class. Veerabhadra tore off the mustache of Bhrigu, who was offering oblations with a ladle in his hand. Bhrigu is still continuing the yajna. They went and arrested him and took away his beard and threw in the fire. So, but in the hand, but who had smiled, showing his mustache after Daksha insulted Shiva. Why Veerabhadra did this? Because when Daksha was offending Lord Shiva, Veerabhadra raised his beard. Sorry, huh? Bhrigu raised his beard. So uske liye usko nikal diya. So then he pulled out the eyes of Bhaga, who had fallen on the ground in great anger and who were encouraged cursing Daksha. This Bhaga encouraged Daksha with his eye movement. Okay, okay, karte karo. So Bhaga lost his eyes because he did that. And then by the movement of his eyebrows in the great assembly. Bhaga encouraged Daksha by glancing with the corner of his eye at the time of Daksha cursing Lord Shiva. So now he lost his eyes. And Bhrigu lost his beard because he raised his beard while Daksha was cursing. So Lord Shiva. No, not Bhrigu. During Daksha cursing Lord Shiva. Bhrigu did not. Okay. Bhrigu also cursed, na? Later on, Bhrigu also, Nandishvara, when Shiva was there, Nandishvara he was cursing, and that time also he was saying that you Shiva followers all become like what the Pakhandis and all these things he said. While saying that, he might have raised his beard. Nandishvara noticed it. He told Veerabhadra, ऐसा किया वो लोग, पता है क्या आपको? So, and the way he must have told what has happened till now. Because Veerabhadra just appeared from the, he only know the order, he don't know the backstory. So on the way, Nandishvara might have told all the story what all happened. So now we remembered and he gave fitting reply, something like that. And next two people, Pushno hi apatayadantan kalingasyayata Shapyamane girimaniyo ahasad darshayandataha. So Veerabhadra made Pusha's teeth fall out. He kicked on the face. All teeth came out. Just as Balarama made the king of Kalinga's teeth fall out during the marriage of Aniruddha. Pusha had smiled, showing his teeth when Shiva was being rebuked by Daksha. That time he was smiling, showing his teeth. Ab teeth dikhayenge? Nikal. So like that. Just Balarama at the time of Aniruddha's marriage, during a game of dice, made the teeth of the king of Kalinga fall out. So Veerabhadra made Pusha's teeth fall out. Garimani refers to Lord Shiva. Data stands for whatever. Sometimes Indra and Pusha are grouped together as in the phrase Aindra Pausham Charum, the rice offering of Indra and Pusha. So thus Veerabhadra made the teeth of both Indra and Pusha fall out. Pusha's teeth were taken out, Indra's teeth also taken out in one version. Otherwise, Pusha's teeth were taken out. See, here we are hearing only what kind of punishment they are receiving. But later in one chapter, next chapter, we'll receive how they were again reinstated in their original position. Bhrigu's beard was removed. Goat's beard was attached to Bhrigu. Okay. And Pusha's teeth were removed. And Pusha was told that hereafter, you will only eat the food chewed by somebody else. Somebody will put the food in their mouth, they crush it with their teeth, then it will be taken out and they will put it in their mouth. You should eat that. So that is the offense he made, na? Offense towards Lord Shiva, not ordinary. And the previous person, Bhaga, I think his eyes were removed. He was told to see through the eyes of somebody else. He will never get eyes, but he can see with the eyes of somebody else. Pusha can eat with the mouth of somebody else. Of course, not even eating, that is, somebody else will chew and they put the chewed food in the mouth and he will swallow. So it is like that. And then the fourth person, that person who spoke very vehemently, Daksha. Now, what kind of punishment he will receive? He will receive later on goat head. Phrugu received goat beard, Daksha will receive goat head completely. Akramyorasi Dakshasya Sitadarena Yetina Chindam Apita Uda, sorry. Chindam Apita Uddartum Nashakno Trayambakastada. Loud, loud. Veerabhadra, sitting on the chest of Daksha, he arrested him, made him fall flat and sitting on the chest, and he was trying to cut off his head with a sharp sword, but he was not able to cut the neck. He took a sword nearby, he was trying to cut the neck of Daksha, but he could not. Because Daksha's head was so strong. The sword cannot cut his head. It was so strong. Then what Veerabhadra did? Shastrair asranvitairevam anirbinnatva hara vismayam paramapanno tadyau pashupatischiram. Seeing that Daksha's skin could not be cut, even he could not make a small scratch on his skin, then what speak of cutting his neck? That's why Daksha is so proud. No one can harm me. It can be, why not? Their bodies are like that. Duryodhana's body became how? When mother saw him, it became like the Vajra, diamond. Bhima was hitting him like left, right, anything, nothing happening to him. What will happen by when you hit a stone? Nothing will happen to stone. He was much powerful than the stone. So that is what it can be. By their powerful austerity, tapas and all, they can get that kind of body. It is possible. Seeing that Daksha's skin could not be cut by swords or throwing weapons, Asra, Shastra will not be doing anything. Veerabhadra became perplexed and thought for a long time. The Asras are doing harm to Daksha, none of the Shastras also doing harm to Daksha. Here two words are used, Asra and Shastra. There are two categories of weapons. Anyone have any idea what do you mean by Asra, what do you mean by Shastra? मतलब क्या है? Again, I have not read Mahabharata. No one read Mahabharata. Okay, somewhat correct. Not completely correct. See, with one's physical ability, whatever fight one can do, that is called Shastra Vidya. That is called Shastra. Shastra means the sword, the spear, the bala, the mace, even the arrows, normal arrows with which, like with human endeavor. As an individual person, I can throw one arrow at a time. These all comes in the category of Shastra. Okay. Asra means you keep one arrow and you chant one mantra. When you release one arrow, that one becomes 1,000. That is called Astra. We have so many Astras. Brahmastra, Pashupatasra, Vayuvyasra, Parvatasra, Parjanyasra. Parjanyasra means you throw one arrow, rain will come. By chanting the mantra. And then Vayuvyasra means whirlwind will come. Parvatasra, mountain will come. Ghanastra, cloud will come. Okay. Andhakar Astra, everything becomes Andhakar. There is one Astra called Sammohan Astra. Everyone will become unconscious. So like that, so many Astras are there. Okay. Now, as per your knowledge, why Dronacharya did not teach Karna? First question. And what Dronacharya did not teach Karna? Sab other knowledge. Because he was Sutra. He was Sutra. Did Daksha, did Bhrigu, did Dronacharya teach anything to Karna? Which Mahabharata people will wonder. See, when Yudhishthira was born, that time Karna's age was 16 years. He was 16 years elder to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Huh? Huh? Don't guess. That is the biggest problem. Don't guess and don't listen to speculators. If you know, say no. If you know means you have read and you understood, you are convinced about it, then speak. Karna on his own learned how to throw arrows, because he was the son of a charioteer. His father also knows some basic fighting skills. Charioteer also knows some part of fighting. Okay, if required, charioteer also has to fight to protect his master sometimes. He learned something with his father. He learned something from his friends. He learned something seeing the warriors how they are fighting. Everything is okay. He was already 16 years older than Pandavas. When Arjuna was 14 years, they came back to Hastinapur. Pandu died and came back to Hastinapur. At that time, what is the age of Karna? 30 years. Arjuna was 14, Karna was 30. Maybe in a year or two, all the Pandavas and Kauravas were sent for education in Dronacharya's Gurukul. Along with the Kauravas and Pandavas, all the Kshatriyas all over the Bharatavarsha, they all came to the same Gurukul. At that time, there was only one Gurukul for Kshatriyas, Drona Gurukul, Drona Academy. Okay, everyone was there, every Kshatriya was there, not only Kshatriya, even those who are not Kshatriyas also there, like Karna. Karna also was studying under Drona. Drona taught Karna, even though he was much elder compared to all the Pandavas, Kauravas. Now Arjuna is about 15 years. Karna is about 31 years. Okay. So 31-year older person, already much matured person. He might be already knowing so many things and he was trying to correct his mistakes. He was trying to learn formally. Okay. And the Pandavas are also, they also learned so much from their father. They were in the forest for 14 years. In those 14 years, Pandu Maharaj also taught so much to the Pandavas. Pandavas also know the basics. Not that they're ignorant. They know. The basic archery they know. But they have entered into, we can say, college or university. So they are doing like a specialized study of the weaponry. So first they will be taught Shastra Vidya. First of all, warriors will be taught Shastra Vidya. How to fight with the swords, how to fight with the bala, how to fight with the mace, how to fight with the arrows and all. Once you show your learning in this area, then they will be taught Astra Vidya. But Shastra Vidya can be taught to any Kshatriya by birth or any other person also for their self-defense can be taught. But Astra Vidya can be taught only to a self-controlled person. Astra Vidya cannot be taught to a uncontrolled person. And also, Astra Vidya cannot be taught to a person who does not need that education. Okay? If it is not required for the person, what is the use of teaching something? And if you have unnecessarily, you will become pride, you want to use it, you will get a disruption to the entire universe. So neither Karna is a king, nor is self-controlled. Dronacharya said, I will not teach you Astra Vidya. Okay, I'll tell you, I'll ask you one question, simple question. You have a school child, who was writing exams by copying. Okay? He's passing all the exams, school, college, by copying. Okay? He's expert at copying. Will you take him to what was that academy? They'll give IAS coaching. Something like that. Will you take such a student to Rao's Academy to give IAS coaching? Will you put such a person in that coaching center? Something like that. Basically, for whom this archery education is required? Who have the responsibility of protecting a kingdom, who are supposed to be the kings and supporting the king. They need the education. Who is Ekalavya? He is living in the forest. Why does he need this Astra Vidya which is meant for the kings? It is very simple. From modern context, you may say, no, there should be equality for everyone. Everyone should be given same opportunity. Huh? That's what I'm saying ना. If a copy करने वालों को इधर लाके IAS बनाए तो क्या होगा? पूरा कंट्री को बर्बाद करेंगे. कॉपी करने वाला क्या करेंगे IAS बनकर? Giving opportunity is one thing. Second thing, to whom it should be given is also important. I'm not saying he's a copy person, but see from which community he was born and brought up and what kind of lifestyle he was leading. He was a hunter's family. Later on he joined because of his expertise. He joined in Jarasandha is Asura. So hunter's family joined Asura. Their mindset is gelling very well. Yadu family before birth, one of the Yadu family member, because of his some problem with it, he was told to stay in the forest, not in the city, because he's not fit to stay in the city. So father was rejected. The child also will be same category. How can be Kshatriya? Kshatriya is not just by birth, by guna also required. You cannot be just stamping somebody by birth. Chatra Bandhu. Forget about positive. Being a teacher, you should understand what he is qualified for. Based on the qualification of a student, the guru will instruct. That is Vedic education. Now, our current education is based on the money given by the student, education is given. We are not seeing the qualification. For what purpose? Why do you need to do all these things? See, our military man also can shoot very nicely, and some experts also can shoot very nicely. For what purpose? He is shooting for protecting country, other one is shooting for killing innocents. Skill does not help you. Character is important. Without character, skill will destroy the. अब वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, गुण देखो ना, वही ओनली कर्म देख रहा है, गुण देखो ना. देयर इज वन मोर वर्स आल्सो. स्वधर्मम निधनम श्रेय परधर्म भयावह. स्वधर्म करो ना. आपका धर्म क्या है? आपका कुल धर्म क्या है? वो करो ना. आप किसी और का धर्म क्यों करना चाहते हैं? आप राजाओं के बीच में क्यों आना चाहते हैं? she is doing it. Kama to वो भी is expert at shooting arrows, but गुण भी देखो ना. Don't use such words. There could be. So whatever it is, no need to forget about the Krishna killing and all. He joined Jarasandha's party later on. Even if he was given training, he would have joined Duryodhana's party only by default. But whatever it is, it does not matter. See, you have qualification, you can be kept on the throne of the royal throne also. If you are not qualified, they will obstruct in the beginning only. Because they know who is who. They can understand, they can read, they can foresee what is your future. So they stopped. He understood Karna is not fit for this. Karna is not self-controlled so much as Arjuna and others. So he was not given Astra Vidya. But he went to Parshuram telling that I am a Brahmana. That's what the mentality. Karna's aim in life is only to show that I am the West. His aim is not to protect the citizens. He wants to become expert in skills. He is not want to become expert at providing good governance. Arjuna never had such kind of false ambitions. Arjuna never wanted to become king also. In one sense, Mahabharata battle, it is Arjuna who fought valiantly. But it is sat on the throne. He is doing everything for his brother. He knows my brother can rule better. That is dharma. That is conduct. That is qualities. That is character. Character is always precedes skill. Otherwise, there is only disruption. So in that way. Don't worry. See, we are all Mataji feeling sorry. Seeing that Daksha could not be cut by the sword or throwing weapons, matlab Astra weapons and Shastra weapons are also not harming. Because Virabhadra knows something, because his expression of Lord Shiva only was not trying to cut the neck. Even he might be using something like Brahmastra also, that is also not cutting his neck. He was contemplating for a long time. Then, what did he do? Drishtva Sanyapannam Yogam Ashunam Shapatirmake Yajamana Pashokasya Kayatena Harashira. I will read. Seeing a device for killing animals in the sacrificial arena, who had using that device, Veerabhadra then cut off the head of Daksha, who had become a sacrificial animal using that device. Because he was not able to cut with any Shastra, Mantra, weapon, everything. He saw the big sword which is used to cut the neck of the animal which will be sacrificed the sacrifice. He took that and he put Daksha's neck on the cutting area and he cut his neck at one blow. Because he has to follow the order of Lord Shiva. So he is following. Sadhuvada tadatesham karma tattasya pashyatam bhuta preta pishashanam annesham tad viparyaya. Seeing Veerabhadra's action, the ghosts, the demons express their satisfaction. Jai, Jai, Jai. Everyone was shouting, while others expressed grief. The Daksha and his followers, Daksha's followers are telling, our master killed all. Juhavaita shiratasmin Dakshinagnav amarshitaha Taddeva yajanam dagdva Pratishtad Guyakalayam. Angry Veerabhadra offered the head in the southern fire. You people want to do yajna? You are putting ghee in that yajna? I will put the head of Daksha only. He put the Daksha's head in the southern side of the fire sacrifice. Setting the sacrificial arena on fire then departed for Kailasa. So all the decoration and everything is put on fire and they went back. So like that. This is how Veerabhadra came and destroyed the entire sacrifice, cut off the neck of Daksha and threw his head into the fire. And he returned. This is how the destruction of Daksha Yajna and Daksha successfully completed by Veerabhadra. Maybe. Some specialty could be there for that. So somehow, because other things are not working, he has taken that big one. With that, he cut off the neck off. Yes. Because even previously was cursed, na? Nandishwara cursed. You are acting like a goat. You will get goat head. So the curse has to come in truth, na? So later on, he will get the goat head without the beard. Beard was given to Bhrigu. So remaining head will be given to Daksha because his head was thrown into the fire. It got burnt to ashes. Later on, the goat head will be the goat which is supposed to be offered Bali here. It is still lying there. And Lord Shiva comes back, it is. So please cut the goat and put the transplantation, head transplantation. So something like that. So this is how Daksha Yajna is happening. Okay, we'll stop here. Any questions from devotees online? Already late, okay? Okay. If there are no questions from devotees online, thank you. Thank you for joining. We'll stop here. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Prabhupada ki jai, Koti Vaishnava ki jai.